Hey, welcome back to Trending on Shaw. It's Phoenix, it's Kate, and yes, it's Chef Jen. Every Tuesday, she brings us some really cool stuff. We call it Uncommon Common Foods. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy first day of fall.
It feels like
How's
Christmas.
the rain?
Oh,
yeah, it does.
Feels like every time you come here, it's like Christmas.
With fruit?
All kinds of tasty
Do you get fruit on Christmas?
That's a great idea. Can you give me some fruit for Christmas?
You bet. I'll bring a whole bag.
I love fruit. Is this fruit?
So plantain, well, it is a fruit. It's a banana, really. It's just it's a tougher sort of big brother to the banana. Go ahead. I brought
They have
one
a little
from
less of
brother.
peace, don't they? There you go.
So this is a green plantain. Right now it's not ripe, so this is its kind of beginning stages of that ripening process. It'll kind of yellow and the sugars in it will sweeten a bit along the way. But mostly it's starch. It's kind of like a potato right now.
Oh.
Should I be smelling? I know I smell it
You
a
should
lot.
smell things. It's an instinct.
What am I smelling for?
If it's delicious or not, it'll be the first indicator to tell you whether or not you should or shouldn't consume it.
Is it ripe right now?
It's not ripe right now. It's actually kind
so it's like a banana.
It's like a banana, yeah, but the banana is
smells like
the
a
sweeter
rainforest.
version. Smells like a rain. That's
Smells
where
like
I got
butterflies.
It. I got it from a rainforest.
You flew down there this morning and
Okay, can we open this thing?
Good luck. You actually need a knife. You need a knife.
I don't need no knife.
you give it a try.
Just peel like a banana.
You can,
Oh,
yeah.
there we go.
So
Hey,
that's how hard
hey.
it is. So you would take off both ends. You'd make three or two little incisions, and actually some of them are so tough that you actually need to take a knife to sort of peel the green husk out there. Now, good luck.
Oh, you're right. You know what? It is a little
Yeah, I
aggressive.
wasn't kidding.
They're not
but you'll
quite
have
as,
starchy, sticky hands
yeah.
after. It's
It's
like husking corn.
It is like husking corn.
It's a little more
But
solid than a banana.
It really is, yeah. And they get a little bit softer, but you know what? That's what makes them so excellent for cooking is that high starch content.
Wow. Okay. So, and can we eat this like a banana?
You could, but they're just not very delicious at this.
Well, then why are we
this
buying
stage.
it?
I
Jen?
will, and here's what I did.
Seeds.
Okay.
Here's what I did. So you can. It's tasty.
Ew.
A little bitter. Might feel it here.
Oh my heavens! Is that bitter? Oh,
I
yes.
think you needed a bigger bite. Yeah.
Yeah, floor director Jim is just saying, yeah, take a big bite, Phoenix. Go ahead. Oh, is that bitter?
Well, that's what makes it good for cooking. So what happens during that cooking process, the sugars that are in there kind of come out and brighten
thank
things.
you.
So I fried some for you guys. I fried them in a little bit of peanut oil, put them on a mandolin or thinly sliced them, a little bit of oil. At
Oh,
about
this is it right
350.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I made you a salty version and I made you a
ones have
sugary,
sugar.
cinnamony version.
Yeah, try salty.
Go
Okay, I'll
ahead.
try the sugar.
So
Yeah.
you cut strips of it, and you baked it for how long?
I've actually fried it.
Fried it.
Yeah, about 5 to
like
7
blasphemy.
minutes. Delicious, isn't it? So you would treat it like you would a potato, right?
That
you can
is
fry
so
it, you can bake
good.
it, you can roast it, you can boil it, you
That
can
is
mash
so
it.
good.
I
Is that
know.
the same as that?
It's the same as that.
Well,
They came from the
taste-wise.
same rainforest.
Oh.
And don't forget to try the cinnamon sugar ones.
But when you do
Yeah.
cut it up,
Good.
though, does it have to still be green, or can it be ripened?
So
or
it
does
can be
matter?
ripened, no different than a regular banana you find in the grocery store. Sometimes you find them a little green, and then they kind of get to that yellow, and then they go to that deep brown.
No. But when you chop it up, can I chop it up right now?
You could, but you would have to take a knife,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you see these angular sort of bits here.
Okay.
You'd run your knife along there, and that would help you peel it off.
I see, okay.
Instead of the traditional thumb method you were using.
And there's
there.
more flavor when it is.
There is,
thumb
yeah,
mess.
the cook thumb method. Yeah, these are good tools too.
What else do you have here for us?
I've got a little bit of cinnamon. So typically fall, right? We kind of want those warmer, deeper spices, those sort of earthy tones.
Yeah.
So here I've got some cinnamon. Now this isn't your average cinnamon, and that's why I brought it.
It looks like bark.
Look a little closer. It's bark. Yeah. So
Oh,
amazing, hey?
you just shave
So
it off?
what I like to do, now cinnamon in this form is kind of hard to take home unless you have a coffee grinder or a mortar and pestle, and even then it's tough. But if you have a microplaner or a rasp, you can actually freshly grate your cinnamon, which is really, really special.
A what?
Yeah, a microplaner or a rasp.
What's a rasp?
Well, it's a little grater sort of tool, and it makes fine
What's a
little
grater?
bits. Clearly, we're going to have
101.
a kitchen tool
Yeah.
section here on Trending on Shaw.
Okay, can I bite on this?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't. But so you'll
I'll heed your
notice
advice because it's not plantain. I'm not going to bite into this.
Sliver.
I did use some of
Smells
it
great,
on
though.
your plantains, your sugary plantains.
So
So you just grate
Yeah,
it.
I did. Yeah, when they come out of the oil nice
try
and
this
hot,
one.
that's when you sugar them up and spice them up.
So anytime you use cinnamon, you could substitute with this.
I could, yeah, just
Yep.
grate it. But
Oh.
those recipes that you need a tablespoon or a teaspoon,
Yeah.
it's nice to use the other stuff. But this is
that's delicious.
cinnamon in its
know.
truest form. Yeah. So what cinnamon is it's a bark off of a tree, and they kind of peel it off. And then they let it dry. And this is what it really looks like before it gets to your spice cupboard. Yeah,
When you
but
just
don't
grate
eat it like that.
No, don't eat
Smell
that.
it.
Smells good, though.
Smell it. Don't
But
eat
I can
it.
eat this. Okay, and you have
You can
what's
eat
this?
this.
This is what they come in
This
these
is the
bags.
bag it came in. So this is a different type of cinnamon. This is a sort of a Chinese cinnamon, and that's why
Okay.
you'll see a little bit more of that bark on there. Typically, other cinnamon, they take that bark off and just use that inner layer. So you'll see it just a little bit more refined. But I just think this is so special in that it's truly a piece of bark.
Plantain you can find anywhere. What about the
Anywhere,
cinnamon?
yeah, any major grocery store, plantain is found here in Calgary. Smaller towns, you may not find it. The cinnamon I got from T&T Supermarket.
Love it.
There you go.
Uncommon common foods. Thank you, Chef Jen.
You're welcome.
That's been a lot of fun. Oh, what is your Twitter handle again?
At Chef Jen Calgary.
At Chef Jen Calgary. If you have any questions for her, you'd like to find out a food that you're curious about, at Chef Jen Calgary. Hey, thanks.
Gladly.
Here's what's happening in and around our city, because there's a lot. It's called Calgary Pro Musica. Look at that plantain I'm eating still. It invites you to their new season with the Dover Quartet this Sunday and Monday. The event is held at the Eckhard Grammett Hall, Rosa Center at the University of Calgary. Tickets and information available at www.calgarypromusica.ca. You're watching Trending on Shaw.